What's going on, guys? Welcome to this commentary. I don't have much time to talk in this video. I don't have enough footage. I only have a few more minutes, so I'm gonna make this quick and easy. So today was a deadlift and a core training day. So what that means is I did deadlift, and it turned into a leg day as well. So it was a leg focused day with some core training towards the end, and I actually had some pull-ups in here. So I want to talk a little bit about my deadlift training and my cues and stuff that I think. So I pull sumo. There are two options. You can pull sumo or conventional. Conventional is whenever your legs are a little bit closer and your hands are outside of your legs, but I choose to pull sumo. So anybody who's looking to start deadlift training, I would say start very light, get your form down, learn how to actually keep your lower back tight, learn how to actually get into the proper mobility restraints. So if you can't get low enough, then you have a mobility restraint. So you need to learn how to, you have to learn how to get down that low, or you don't have to get super low. Like you don't have to get like low enough to where you're squatting, but you have to get low enough to where you can actually hip hinge properly. And I'll go over hip hinge later, but during deadlifts, the main thing is keep your back tight. The upper body is just as important in a deadlift as the lower body. Obviously, you have to push, try to spread the floor. You have to try to push down into the ground, actually use some force. But other than that, deadlift is one of my favorite movements. It's one of the movements that give me the least amount of trouble, recovery-wise. And that's weird because I think a lot of people actually have a lot of recovery issues with deadlift, and they actually destroy their back. With me, deadlifts don't destroy me at all. I never actually have any type of soreness or recovery issues with it. So yeah. So what we moved on to after deadlifts, where we went straight into pull-ups. So with pull-ups, that's something that I actually try to do more frequency with. So frequency is how often you do it. So I like to frequently do pull-ups. So I do them 4 times a week sometimes, but I don't do like a ton of reps. Like some people like to go in there and destroy pull-ups like twice a week and just kill their back. Me, I like to do them more frequently. I like to go in there and just throw them in there middle of the workout. Like do 3 to 4 sets. Like right here I did 3 sets of 6, and just actually feel the muscle and feel it work, instead of going in there one day and just absolutely destroying it. That's not fun. That's not fun for me to wake up the next morning and just feel my shoulders like destroyed. Like 3 sets of 6, I won't wake up tomorrow and feel this at all. But by spreading it out 4 days, I'm getting in that same amount of work as a person who does it 2 days and just killed it 2 days. So that's something that you need to think about when you're going into training for pull-ups. Like, do you want to do it twice a week and do a lot of reps, or do you want to do it 4 times a week and lower the reps and actually feel the movement, get better at technique, actually feel your back working? That's huge for me. I like to feel my back work. So next thing we moved on to was hip thrust. So hip thrust, I don't have much footage of it, but what I want to talk about is it's a huge movement for athletes. It's a huge movement for your glutes. It's a huge movement just to get stronger for deadlift, squat, everything. This is an all-around movement. I'll go deeper into it next video, but now we're moving on to dumbbell split squat. So this is something I could do a lot more weight with. I'm doing 30 pounds right here per dumbbell. I could do 100 pounds per dumbbell for these same amount of reps, but I'm actually going through a back issue right now, so there's just something that I can't really go hard on at this moment in time. But with dumbbell split squat, this is a quad dominant move. So if you ever looking to put those in your training towards the end, this is a great quad burner. This is going to build up your quads. This is also going to help your glutes. This is going to just really feel good. It's basically a lunge, so you could actually swap this out for a lunge. So now we moved on to core. So I do this at the end of my training. Hanging leg raises, my main cues here. I'm trying to not sway too much. I still sway, but I'm trying not to sway too much. I'm trying to pull my legs as high as possible, actually feel that contraction, try to actually like move my butt up almost to feel a contraction in my lower abs. And that's my main movement here. This is also helping mobility overhead wise, so I'm also getting some lat mobility here while doing this. So this is a 2-for-1 movement, especially if you're a baseball player. You can do this and you're getting better mobility and you're getting stronger abs. So now we're moving to ab roller. This is another movement very similar to a hanging leg raise in terms of what abs are being used. But this is one of my favorite movements for just really feeling that squeeze. Whenever I come up, I can feel a great squeeze like right in my lower 2 abs. It just feels great. Like I bend my back towards the end and actually contract the muscle. It's a great movement overall for just ab development, I think. It's also really good for strength. I think this is one of the top movements that actually use I forgot what it was, but it's a top movement, I think, for core training. So KO rotation, this is huge for obliques. This is huge for pitchers. This is huge for all rotational athletes, tennis players, pitchers, hitters, everything. This is what I really like to use a lot. I love the cable machine. We just got it, and it's really great. It also helps mobility for rotational strength, and at the same time, you just get a great pump in your obliques. It's fantastic. And then last ab movement I did for the day. It's about to be over, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This basically is just a sit up on a GHD. This is great for just overall core training as well. And hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped.